So I feel this definitely needs to be said, especially of elected leaders, as this expenditure of funds relates to taxpayer funds and how they are used. And some could say who decides winners and chooses losers and chooses that in our society. Partnerships are important. Nonprofits essentially are good and provide a lot of benefit to society, but taxpayer funds demand the utmost transparency, and nonprofits sometimes do not afford that. I do anticipate this board choosing not to fund certain organizations on this list, and I'll specifically name some. From my experience on this board, I will never personally vote to approve money for Jobs Plus, also known as Coeur d'Alene Economic Development Council. And I will gladly join my ranks among other local elected leaders who believe taxpayer funds should not be obscured by opaque nonprofits. So NIC has paid them $15,000 a year, and this nonprofit generates, even in the past, has generated 2 targeted reports and gave it directly to Save NIC, which is a local political activist organization, to help craft a bad narrative on NIC for them to gain relevance. NIC's taxpayer funds are paying Jobs Plus to essentially hurt ourselves for local activist political gain. That is the exact definition of cronyism, which is using taxpayer dollars to hurt your opponents, and that is what has transpired through the years. NIC is not the first group to stop supporting this opaque organizations that hide where taxpayer money goes. When organizations deviate from their initial focus and evolve into liberal advocacy groups is when funding dries up, as demonstrated with Anheuser-Busch's Bud Light. Time and again, the community has spoken on these election issues, specifically the Kootenai County seat election issues, and decision of where taxpayers' money goes to support should be decided by elected officials, not unelected bureaucrats, colluding or coordinating with opaque nonprofits. So that's my statement on that. So the motions pass, and specifically aligned with partnerships, NIC's partners and NIC's assistance of those partners. Not all nonprofits do I want to knock, and some of them I value their contributions to NIC and the culture and what we benefit from their partnerships and having them on local campus. Gizmo Coeur d'Alene is one of those. Many people here know my affection for those who work for Gizmo Coeur d'Alene, and they do great works. If you don't know what they are, come talk to me and I'll lot them to you. But also complying with laws and ensuring our partnership agreements comply with laws of Idaho is important to me. So I have a motion that I'm going to list out, and hopefully someone can make for the NIC administration to work with our legal counsel and provide general counsel all MOUs and partnership agreements and bylaws for legal review. So if it's motion and seconded, and go to discussion, I explain my reasoning more.
Out of curiosity, I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Trustee Banducci. Is there a second?
Second for discussion.
Trustee Wagner, thank you very much. So I'll take this lead this discussion. So we just got an email related to basically usage of NIC facilities that's not being used. And while it appears this organization would provide benefit to the communities involved with NIC, it opened up a discussion of basically free use of NIC facilities and the gift clause concern. And I understand that NIC, specifically Gizmo, has a memorandum of agreement that has not undergone legal scrutiny. And I just recommend that the board start there and continue on with all partnership agreements and bylaws and memorandum of understandings, and help our general counsel become familiar with NIC's operations and ensure legal compliance. So that is the motion before the board. Is there any other statements? Hearing none, it's getting late. All those in favor of my of this motion for the NIC administration to work with legal counsel and provide general counsel all MOUs and partnership agreements and bylaws for legal review. All those in favor say aye.
I'll say aye.
Aye.
Can't hurt to review.
All those opposed say nay.
Nay.
All right, I hear one nay and I hear one no vote, and the chair votes aye. So that is 3-1 with an absent vote.